So I'm going to jump into some of this stuff. I'm going to jump
Sure.
into why, one of the things I glean from it is salespeople need to have a process. Why does the salesperson have to have some form of a process?
Well, there's sort of two parts to that answer. One is I hate to answer it with a question, but why do salespeople need discipline, right? So, discipline is really a form of setting an expectation for yourself of what you're going to do, and the process is really the same thing. I have a survey that's been running on my site for a couple of years now, and about just a little under 400 companies have completed it. It's basically an assessment of the effectiveness of your sales processes. But what we found is really quite illuminating, and one of it was that 75% of the companies that completed the survey said that they do not have documented sales processes. So if you're in the business of selling, either as an individual or you're a manager managing a team, what are the expectations you've set in terms of the behaviors? If you get a lead, how quickly should you follow up on the lead, or should you even follow up on the lead at all? If a customer sends you a question via email or calls you and leaves a voicemail, how quickly should you respond? And how should you respond in terms of what's the content you should be focusing on delivering? Unless you've defined your processes, your people are basically out there running sort of open loop. You haven't set the expectations for how they should behave and how quickly they should be behaving. And so process in that case is really important.
It's, I realize that most companies do not have set processes, and it just, unfortunately it's a negative impact on sales, I would assume. So.
Well, it is, and take the example I gave in the book of IBM. So here's a company, one of the largest companies in the world, 400,000 employees. They've got all the management discipline, all the management resources or corporate resources that could possibly exist. And about 18 months ago, their CEO sends out a video message, to the entire workforce saying, hey, we're being hammered by competitors, both large and small, and we're being hammered by our customers because we're not being responsive. They're sending in questions and inquiries, and we're not getting back to them because they didn't have a process. Can you believe it? They didn't have a process that said, this is how soon you should get back to them. So she said, hey, effective immediately. Every customer inquiry and question gets answered within 24 hours. So this is not a nice to have, these types of processes. These are really a must have if you want to be able to compete effectively.